What's going on? It's Justeeni here. We're back with Simanti FFA, Large Water World. It's basically the exact same conditions as that one Alarion FFA that I showed. I think that this is just such a fun way to play Polytopia. And someone gave me the idea of doing it with Simanti. I don't remember who, but yeah, Simanti. And it turns out it was a really, really good idea, and it made for a really crazy game. Like, stick around to the end with this one. This one gets pretty nuts. So we'll just kind of get started with things. I decide to get a warrior because I'm worried about a potential neighbor. As you know, a little too cautious maybe, because turns out the warrior sucks here, and it's gonna slow down my first Reichi by a single turn. Which, yeah, it is what it is. I can pick up the rune, except actually I can't because I got this warrior. I'm one turn short, so not off to a good start, but luckily it's hard for me to get attacked because my shaman can just defend. So I decide, yeah, I'm just going to go for the border growth. I have this nice city here that I just have free access to. So even though I have a very central spawn, which means I'm easy to target, I have that city to make up for. I decide to offer some peace, and if we look at the scores already, I'm just in dead last. Yeah, that's fun. Things are gonna move pretty fast at the beginning though, because things don't get interesting until later, but you can already see I'm setting up my Clather spot. You know, you have to be prepared for the long term here. Getting ready for embassies. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can just see this is a concerning. Living Island boosted, level 5 city without a park, which means there's a centipede. Like, my goodness. And I haven't seen the other person. Peace break. So there's going to be some conflict between these two Simantes here. And yep, there it is. Moth invasion. Eggs everywhere. There's a living island and a centipede and shaman on defense, at least. There might be more, but with the Faichi support, this is actually very concerning because, you know, if one player can just expand and take out another player, they're at a pretty big advantage. You kind of have to team on them. I decided to go for a park, though. The reason why I'm going for park is centipedes aren't going to be quite as valuable, especially considering you can absolutely use those stars. Living islands are expensive. Dumuks are expensive. Techs in general are a little more expensive because it's really hard to get mysticism. Normally with other tribes, you love going meditation and philo because you get the monument. Not the case with Simanti. You also want to get trade, so there's a lot of things you need to spend stars on. So park is pretty good and gives you score. And I'm still using Boom Cheetah. Develop a bit, trying to expand or explore a bit in the water to grab some starfish. And now there's a living island with aquatism. And if we look at things, I'm now in second place because they're kind of fighting, but what? Almost 9,000 points with one city. What? Huh? Yeah, Blue Simanti is slightly scary. They're both just fighting each other. They're really duking it out. Another centipede. I do finally meet. Oh, what? Oh, oh no. Oh no. I can get Oceanology and please accept my peace treaty, and they don't. And there's 2 monks. All to say, it's not looking great for me. We've got this Simanti over here, fighting here, and whoever wins this battle, I'm hoping that the host Simanti wins. Otherwise, that would be very bad. I get an embassy going finally. I was a little slow to that because I was so focused on other things. But I'm not too optimistic with all these surviving larvae and just the constant moths. Seems pretty bad. Now I get the peace treaty there, and I see resignation. Sorry, I don't get a peace treaty here. Do I get a peace treaty there? No, I don't. I get a peace treaty with the other Simanti. But yeah, they resign. They just straight up give up. They were suffering a ton of time pressure, which is partially why they couldn't defend very well. Now I decide to go trade, finally, and a hexapod because I'm going to need it on defense. This is not good. You see trade there, very scary. I'm easily the weakest player, despite this score difference. Like, I'm really scared. This isn't good. Like, yeah, there's another moth. Although the bot is defending, and then they resign unexpectedly. And now it's just 2 players effectively. It's a 1v1. You can basically just ignore the bots. They're going to be too hard to take over, but they likely won't attack you, so... And this is not a 1v1 that I want to be a part of. We have... I don't even know how many living islands. Insane economy. Just got the second city too, so that's not even a disadvantage for them. Look at the score difference. I can't just sit around and point rush. I have to make something happen. Whether it's like taking over the city miraculously or somehow like fighting the blue Cymanti, which doesn't seem likely, but I do have a plan. I grab the ruin there. I break peace with the Cymanti just in case. I don't think that's relevant though. Yeah, there's a lot of living islands. This is really bad. Aquatism ruin is actually really clutch, and now I go for the attack. Take out a living island just like that. And I spread the poison around. They go for the counterattack. Dumux rolls in. They use the mycelium trick to get some heals, to get that poison off. Bot's just doing their thing. But then I can do some more attacks. And I mean, so far, because I kind of got that first hit, I was able to take out a living island basically for free. But things are looking a little ugly. Living island down to 6 here. More living islands in Dumux. I do have a centipede though on defense. I decided to forego a park because I just really need it. Hexapod, putting in some work. And then I can take out another living island, heal things up. They walk in though, deal a bunch of damage. Dumux goes in, my Hexapod dies. They have so much. I don't have very much. I just lost my embassy. It's looking pretty bleak, but I get a very nice centipede kill here with the segment, and the segment is very hard to reach. And I can kill the Dumux. Hexapod, mycelium heal, another Hexapod trained, another living island. They go in, but this just gives me a ton of living island value. And we're gonna see. I'm also ready to get another centipede. And this centipede is kind of growing out of control. And these hexapods on defense are clutching up another living island boosted. Push with the centipede. And we're seeing the retreat. Trying to use the mycelium to heal, play defense themselves. And hexapod, keton, all that stuff. Kind of falling back. And suddenly I have a pretty big unit advantage because I managed to just get these really good trades. And now I go for Dumux. Kind of putting the pedal to the metal. They try to defend, weaken my centipede. But I just get another centipede head. Siege. Walk my units in. And they can't unsiege and resign. Which means, despite the fact that I'm currently in 3rd place, yes, the bot is in 1st place. Or sorry, no, the bot's in 2nd place. I'm behind the bot. I'm actually winning here. This time around, no one was really able to get close to the score threshold. I think that's because of like the resignations and the early aggression. Maybe that's also kind of the nature of Cymanti. You're able to invest your stars more efficiently for attack and whatnot, especially with all this algae that's able to easily be spread around by living islands. But either way, what a crazy game. I swear, I thought I was just dead lost, like around here. But I just decided to lock in. I had a lot of time banked up because it was a live game, which did help to calculate things. I had more time than everyone else because it was, you know, I know the Waterworld strats, you need to bank time. And somehow I managed to clutch it up. get it done for the content. What a game though. It's super fun. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.